It is one of the world's biggest container ships, 397 meters long, 56 meters wide. When run at full speed, the Eugen Maersk burns through 250 tons of fuel a day. The owner, Maersk, says the company is the biggest commercial consumer of fuel oil in the world. And with fuel costs high and the shipping industry in the doldrums, Maersk had to cut back.
Our biggest variable cost is our fuel consumption. So the less fuel we use, the more money we save. It happens to be very good for the environment, so there is certainly a shared interest there.
The most important step they're taking, they say, is slow steaming, essentially sailing slower to save fuel. But the problem isn't just cost. Environmentalists say the marine industry, including shipping, is one of the world's major sources of pollution. Ship fuel, known as bunker fuel, is considered by many to be the dirtiest type of fuel used on the planet. Its emissions include toxic sulfur dioxide. Soren Hoppe has been a ship captain for about 20 years. He's seen environmental regulations slowly tighten, and in parts of Asia like Singapore, voluntary initiatives such as switching to low-sulfur fuel on arriving in port.
That is new compared to the old days, and that's a thing who will become more and more common in the future.
The Eugen Maersk also has a waste heat recovery system, putting unused exhaust heat back to work making power. The company says that draws 7 to 8% more energy from the same amount of fuel as before.
To encourage the marine industry to go green, Singapore's offering incentives that appeal to the bottom line, like reductions in port fees for using low-sulfur fuel or scrubbers to remove pollutants from ship exhaust.
But going green will take time for the industry. Environmentalists and even some companies point out it will take uniform global regulations to bring major changes.
In other parts of the world, because of regulation, shipping lines are actually cleaning up their act in, say, the US and in Europe. But in Hong Kong and as well as in Asia, there's no regulation at all right now.
What we would like to is have comprehensive rules spanning the globe, so we don't have areas that are different than others or where we have a competitive disadvantage.
With the majority of trade moved by sea, the world can't live without shipping, but it can't continue to live with its pollution. Liz Neeslaw, CNN, Singapore.